Pep Guardiola finally got one over Ruben Amorim in the Manchester derby at the Etihad. It was the fourth time of asking, and Pep and his boys duly delivered. My name is Elikem, and this is the VarRoom on Westman Studios. I'm here with Kwabna and Nana Kwame. We are here to look at some of the big games across Europe this weekend and probably look at the big talking points in these games as well. Guys, welcome.
Thank you. Adina peke, apeke.
Then I'll pick it.
Amorima peke.
I'm saying team na peke, but challenge.
How was your weekend, Nana Kwame?
Oh, went really well.
It went well for you.
The usual controversy, football action. Yeah, very well.
Okay, guys, let's go straight into action. Kwabna, let me start with you. It was the big one over the weekend, and played well FC.
Why not?
At least that's what we've come to know them for. There have been some progress, and there was a lot of optimism going into the game against Manchester City at the Etihad. What happened, Kwabna?
Okay. First of all, let me congratulate Manchester City for winning this game. It was a good one because they wanted this win so badly. Because especially they losing their last two Premier League games. That was against Spurs at home and Brighton at the Amex Stadium. Yeah. This United game was one of the most important games that they wanted to play. And fortunately for them, mostly last season, they played the same fixture at the Etihad Stadium and they lost by 2-1. Yeah. So winning 3-0 is a brilliant one for Manchester City. But in the game, you could see clearly that City came in specifically for, should I say, kind of possess and try to control the midfield. The likes of Rodri, Tijani Rangers, they were doing so well. They tried their best to do so well. For Manchester United, you don't know what was really wrong because they started the game very well. Unfortunately for them, Foden scored a goal. And the goal that Foden scored, the Manchester United defenders were players in the box were just ball watching.
We'll come to the 3 goals and what's really transpired as far as tactical positioning and all is concerned. Okay. But let me come to you, Nana Kwame. What was your initial impressions about the game?
Wait. Did Marfo say what? United did well?
They started well. I said they started well. That was what I said. I didn't say they did well.
They started well. No, he played
well.
Nah, Yamfa played well in Yeshe.
You have to play well first before you win.
You don't have to play well to win.
So
didn't you see Real Madrid in the second half? We'll come to them, but you don't necessarily have to play well to win. Mm-hmm. In any case, this game, well played by City, well played by Pep. They knew what the task was at hand. Get the 3 points, stop the losing streak, and get back on track as far as the table was concerned. For United, to me, they only played well for 10 minutes. That was it.
Out of the 80 minutes?
Yes.
The 90 minutes?
Yes, 10 minutes. First half, 10 minutes, and that was it. As soon as City scored, that was it. It was like dead.
By the second half, in the first 10 minutes of the second half, United were possessing most of the ball before, unfortunately, Hala scored.
No, but then if you are possessing the ball without doing anything with it, it's nothing. It's like having a fruit and not chewing the fruit. How?
So going into the game, I think during the press conference, Pep Guardiola was asked that, look, Liverpool now has Alexander Isak. Do you think he is the best in the business at the moment or in the Premier League? Pep reminded them that, look, I've got Haaland, and Haaland is better than him. Haaland duly delivered.
Oh, yes, I even think he should have even had a hat-trick in this game because he had a chance. Should I say that's one of the biggest miss? That would be the biggest miss of the season because it was a big chance that he could have scored. And Haaland is one player. He's known for scoring again in this Manchester derby. Now he's at par with Wayne Rooney in the Manchester derby, scoring a lot of goals in the Manchester derby. So I'm not surprised about Haaland scoring. When there's a Manchester derby and you don't see Foden or Haaland scoring, meaning they didn't play in the Manchester derby, you will by all means see one of these players or both of them scoring in this derby. So it's a good one from Erling Haaland.
Nana Kwame, there was a lot of talk about Manchester United against the backdrop that Cunha and a few other players were not available for this game. Walk us through how Amorim approached this game. Were you impressed with the player selection in the first place? And do you think United should have done better?
Not really. First of all, the back three. You have so many defenders on the bench. You had Maguire. You had Aiden Heaven and you're playing Luke Shaw. as the third centre back. Who does that?
Who should he have chosen ahead of Luke Shaw?
You literally have centre backs on the bench. You could have started any of them and then put Luke Shaw as the left wing back. He's been playing there for England under Southgate, so he's used to that position. You are going to put Okonfo there. Patrick Dogu.
No, but I just want to ask you a question. So which player should have replaced?
Sure, Maguire should have started this game.
So if Maguire starts, you had a back three of
Euro, De Ligt, Maguire.
Thank you. So if you play, and do you know very well that Maguire is better played as a middle CB?
That's what I'm saying.
So when you have Maguire, where is De Ligt going to play? De Ligt too is not so good playing at the right hand or left hand side. Sometimes you people sit back and you might think the coaches are not really watching very well. But
it
this
doesn't.
it does.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't warrant putting somebody in a wrong,
and they will struggle
in an unfamiliar position.
No, they will struggle because they are not good at that because of the speed and other things.
I'm not saying that. Like, you have no choice. Just try it. Just try it.
So that is why we'll come back to. That's why we'll come back and say Amorim is very stubborn because one,
that I agree with.
One, because you will be like you don't want to try to change your system. You don't want to try to. But this game, a 4-back system would have been perfect.
See, in fact,
this 3-back is not working because if you had to even drop Shaw and bring in Harry Maguire or something, you're still going to struggle. So a 4-back should have been the perfect idea for them in this game.
Just finish up what you were talking about. Go to the midfield and then
the midfield. Mazraoui as a right wing back. When was the last, if ever, you've seen him play as
There was no player on the bench. Who was there?
Kobe Menu.
Kobe Menu can play as a right wing back?
No, not as a right wing back. You've seen Ahmad play as a right wing back.
Okay.
He could have slotted in the mid. When Kobe Menu came, at least we saw a bit of, stability, a bit in the midfield, a bit of creativity. Even though somebody might say the damage was already done, it was already 2-3-0 down. Still, you could have. Mazraoui, the problem with United's the 3-back.
But I'm surprised about Manchester United fans right now.
I
remember last season, these people were praising Mazraoui for being one of the best signings that United did. Today, I'm sitting there telling me that Mazraoui playing as a right wing back is a bad idea for you.
Why?
Oh no, people are very unfair.
This is not being about unfair.
Mm-hmm.
This is not his familiar position. So he's used to being in the 4-back. I lie. Morocco, he's been playing. Ajax, even at United and at Ten Hag, it was 4-back.
So bottom line is,
to me, some of the selections you got it wrong. And tactically speaking, you have these 2 wing backs who are, I don't know whether they are allergic to crosses or what. You have a 6'5" striker, Sheshku. Tall man, 6'5", and you are not crossing the ball. How?
I agree. For that, I felt today he was pretty much starved. Like a player leading the lines, and he wasn't fed in any way.
He wasn't fed in any way.
Even until he was substituted, he hadn't got any shot on target.
To the point that even Newcastle fans are laughing. Newcastle. Do you know Newcastle?
Why are they laughing?
In agricultural terms, who name Newcastle? Newcastle is a disease that affects poultry. Right?
Come. If I want to follow this, that guy. Let me come to you, come now. And I want you to walk us through the goals and what United did wrong in order that they considered all these 3 goals. I want you to walk us through these 3 goals briefly.
Okay, so let me do this quickly in the next 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah. So I just feel like, first of all, the goal that United scored was the goal that City scored, the first goal from Foden. The defenders of Manchester United were just ball watching. First of all, Shaw, it was just like Otreno, Doku, trained very well, and it just moved forward. And I don't know, the players were just confused. The only player who was trying his best to just tackle the ball was Ugarte. Yeah. But unfortunately, it came back to Doku, and Doku crossed the ball, and the players were just more watching. And a nice header from Foden, and that was very good from what's the name? Manchester City. The second goal from Haaland was a goal that I don't really understand. How? 2 defenders, you allow the player that was coming back to just move in the middle and just square that ball. That was so bad, like a very bad defender. And I don't know which player was holding Doku for Doku to get, but
it was Euro.
Yeah, it was a bad Euro. Today he had a very bad day. Yeah. He had a very bad day today. And the third goal from what's the name? From Manchester City, brilliant goal, nice pass. He wasn't offside. It was A bad
was
pass
in on
from
his line.
Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. So bad. Today, Luke Shaw too also had one of his bad games.
bad
That
I mean, what do you expect when you're playing him in an unfamiliar
So
position? It's
giving
not
the
really
ball,
surprising
giving the
to
ball
me.
to Haaland, and that was a perfect one. United needs to work on their midfield. They need to try to get good midfielders to just help them, and the coach needs to change a system to help the team, because if not that, after Chelsea,
No,
he'll be sacked.
but he
Let's-
said in a post match that he's not going to change. Either.
So that's why I said they'll change him after Chelsea's
he
game.
But did he just say Chelsea?
he actually said he's even suffering more than the Manchester United.
If he's suffering, let him resign.
On that note, let's move to the Chelsea game. So Chelsea were playing away to Brentford. And Chelsea, some way, somehow. And there's been a recurring theme for this Chelsea team. When they are caught on the break, a lot of people have not paid attention to. But usually when they are caught on the break, the striker in question, he has a lot of space. Look, and there's usually only one defender applying the taps on him. We saw that in the game against Fulham. We saw it against Brentford, of which Shada did take full advantage. Chelsea had the opportunity to win this game, but they threw it away.
Brent, you see, the thing is, when you are playing with your foot, this is what happens. Enzo Maresca entered this game, to me, underestimated the Brentford.
He never did that.
In my opinion.
He
You know why?
never,
Why are you
he
saying that?
never did that, because
You know why?
Look, I've heard people saying this thing, and I'll disagree with you, because one, this was a squad that you had Oriol Hato playing as a left back. Oriol Hato playing as a left back. Cucurella has played 2 games for Spain in the international break. Hato has not gone to any place. He has been with a team during the international break. So I feel like that was a perfect
What
start
about
for
on the
him.
right side?
Fofana, the only player.
Fofana
He's a
on the
social media
right.
guy.
No.
So you just
Fofana,
finished that.
Fofana on the right, an ambulance on the right. How?
Nipa now friend Ambo.
In fact, the one we're talking about, Luke Shaw, is another ambulance. I love this. 75 million Great British pounds were paid to Leicester 2 years ago for that ambulance. And he was being played on the right. Now, Brentford, it's like they've not departed from their ways. Thomas Frank is gone, but still. Rookie coach, same tactics.
They had 1
But they
point.
managed to get a
Okay,
point
they
out
had
of
1
it.
point. So that
Yeah.
one, there's nothing
They
you
managed-
It should have been
can say
0.
about it. But they still had
But they
one.
had 1 point. So you have to credit them.
Yeah,
and
I'm
discredit Chelsea.
crediting them.
Yeah.
But like you said, long ball, and then it was 1 against 2.
Yeah.
Tosin and Chaluba. I think that goal, Chaluba should have closed out, what's his name? Shada. Because at this, when it got to Shada, it felt like it was 1 against 1. Chaluba, what are you doing? Come close, support your fellow centre back. And then it was 1-on-1. Shada skins him, not skin, but gets the ball shot off and scores.
Yeah.
Now the second goal. You know what I'm going to blame for this?
No.
First off, how on earth you have 4 players guarding 1 Brentford player, Christopher Aye, and then at the back post, Efo Garnacho.
Garnacho.
You can't blame Garnacho on
But
anything.
I don't fault him in
Do
that game.
you know something? The truth is, United fans are
This
just
has-
one.
this has-
United
this
fans
has
are
nothing-
United fans
this
are
has
pained.
nothing-
United
this
fans are
has
pained
nothing-
because of
this
this.
has nothing
Oh no,
to do with
it's
anybody.
because you are pained.
Pain because of what?
You are pained.
Pain
Munja
pain
is
because
I
of
don't know.
what?
Munja is I don't know. Oh.
How? No, how?
I know. Do you know why I'm very surprised?
Why?
You are there. You are there just saying right now that
Relax,
you are there right now saying
Well,
that.
no, relax.
No, wait.
Wait,
You are
let-
saying
let
that.
me just-
Wait.
Just land for
You are saying that 4 Chelsea players were on 1 player. So why don't you play the 4 Chelsea players that were on 1
I'm
player?
blaming the
And
two
you
of
have
them.
come to blame
I'm blaming the
Garnacho,
two of
who's not a
them.
defender.
Yo,
Who does that?
I'm blaming the 2
Who
of
does
them.
that?
I'm blaming the 2 of them.
So why do you even have to blame Garnacho? You United fans, like I said,
This
I've seen that
has-
because
this
Garnacho
has
is leaving.
nothing-
So now
this has
I don't
nothing.
think
This has nothing.
it's because of the agenda you have against Garnacho.
Which agenda?
Because of the agenda you have against
Which
Garnacho.
agenda?
Guys, calm down.
Think about your team.
Which agenda? Ronaldo came for United. Now let's be serious over here.
Calm down. At the end of the day.
The replays are there to prove it. This is no agenda.
So you felt the defending from
For that long throw
Chelsea
was poor.
poor.
Yes.
Okay. Kwamna, let me come to you. Cole Palmer, before the game, there was a lot of question mark as to whether he was going to start or not. He was in there in the action. Brilliant goal by our standards from the English international. My question is, how is Chelsea, a team looking at winning the ultimate this season, how could you possibly lose this when you were 2-1 up with virtually minutes left on the clock.
I'm sure they're really going to sit back and think about how they were not able to get a maximum 3 points. You could see clearly last 2 seasons, this game 2-2, the Chelsea players will really even be happy about getting 1 point. But you could see clearly that after the game, they were very down and they felt like they've lost this game. That's a champion winning team. We are better than most of the teams in the world. We are world champions. So when you are talking, those small clubs in England should keep quiet. You have injury players more than anyone. You have 4 points out of 12. So when you are talking, shut up.
So much. Speaking of people who should shut up. They were complaining about offside. Offside for what?
For which of the goals?
The second goal. Offside. Since when do you complain about being offside from throw-ins?
Anyways.
And you all this bragging, no, chon. You have twice more charges than trophies. You want to talk?
We have the charges. City has 115 charges. City has 115 charges, but he beats you guys 3-0. He beats you guys 3-0. So that chop you are talking.
Speaking of City, you don't even have more trophies than what are you talking about?
On that
the same City crowd who need trophies. So what are you talking about?
And hyper energy loads. We are zooming.
We are going to drop. What are you doing now? What are you doing now?
Let's
look at the big table. There are 4 teams. Their favorite position.
Guys.
Cry more.
Let's go to the Serie A. We don't have time. Let's go to the Serie A. And it was a beautiful derby in the Serie A this weekend. The two most decorated clubs as far as the domestic league is concerned in Italy. And boy, they delivered. We saw two brothers on the score sheet.
The Turam Derby.
The Turam Derby. Yeah.
Turam Derby.
What was your... One thing that caught my attention in that game was the long-range strikes. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Yildiz. Brilliant game by us. How your take?
I enjoyed this game very well. Like, it's should I say one of the best games so far this season? Like, of all the leagues that I've seen so far, this was one of my best games that I've seen. It was a brilliant one. That should tell you that there are two big clubs in Italy and they are showing their best. But for Christian Kivu, as I said last time, coaching Papoye, he really needs to work a lot because he's not doing well. Now, Inter has 3 points out of 9.
Hey.
Yes.
For real?
Yeah. They
3
only
out
won
of 9.
Their first game.
And it's not looking good. And now Juventus, the new coach, Igo, he's doing so well that we really need to check him. He has won 9. He has won all 3 games, so he has 9 points. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on Inter. But for Juventus, they did so well in this game. They made sure they controlled the midfield, and didn't. When it was 3-3, they were still pushing to just get the goal. And fortunately for them, they had a winning goal.
And Kwame, let's do La Liga briefly. And Real Madrid played Real Sociedad. And it was more like a welcome home for head coach Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, because he played in the academy and all of that.
Exactly. Dean Henderson had a red card, but Real Madrid didn't manage to win this one. What was your major talking point in that game?
The red card.
Was that a red card?
In my opinion, he wasn't the last man. So unless maybe there's a rule we don't know of that has been applied, or there's been an amendment, I thought if you are not the last man, you are not given a red card. Or
he wasn't the last man in truth.
But which begs the question.
So wait.
Which kind of inconsistency is happening over here?
We see that all
because word on the street is that Barcelona 2 against what's the name? Valencia. Kubasi, similar thing. He only got a yellow. So which begs the question, where is the consistency? Spanish refs, people say English refs are this, English refs are that. I think Spanish refs, low key, they're doing their thing, but not many people speak about it. Because apart from Barça, Madrid, who watches it? Barça, Madrid, Atletico.
Atletico cry unless they are playing against Barça, Roma, and that's when people even watch them.
But then if a controversy happens between, say, Sunderland and Crystal Palace,
we'll get to know about it. We hear a lot about it.
Sunderland versus Brentford, we hear it. But Real Oviedo versus Elche, why not betting? Who cares?
So for you, it was a well-deserved victory for
but
even though they had to play much more of the game with 10 men.
Yes, and I liked how Xabi Alonso had to adapt. Alonso cry adapting.
Professor
Alonso imposed now what I'm right. You say what kind Bible there? I'm right.
And then
you see they've listed all the tribes around when the Israelites came into the promised land, those people that God considered enemies of the Israelites. Amorites,
Amorim can
no.
No, you see, leave the United fans to talk. One say, they should just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Wrap up for me with the Barcelona Valencia game. Barca went into the game without Lamine Yamal, but they got the business done. 6-0 to Valencia.
Okay, so before the Barca game, I just want to educate our viewers on something. So I just felt like the red card that they gave to Real Madrid was because of the distance between the last the two center backs. So when the distance is very wide, that is when they see it as a last.
But they have apologized though.
Who?
The refereeing body has come out to apologize.
So mostly they don't really check the distance very well. You can't just use your eyes to check it so well. Sometimes it's very difficult from that. But coming into the Barcelona game, it's a good one for Barcelona. They were hoping to win this big game at Camp Nou, their new Camp Nou, but unfortunately for them, in Sunkwan, so they have to do their best to make sure.
Wait. Are you saying the stadium is like the National Cathedral?
Okay, let's say it like that. So I just feel like it's not. I just feel like it's not a really. It's a good one for Barcelona, and especially they missing Lamine Yamal in this game and they playing so well. But I want to ask Lamine Yamal when you're doing.
Go no.
Guys, what's when you're doing?
Barcelona for say he's having some discomfort in his
pubic
area.
Go no.
Anyways,
Go no.
They be a party. They be a girls. Boom.
I'm out for a guess.
On
Guess.
that note, guys, many thanks for doing this with me. It's always been entertaining anytime I have the two of you here on set. For you guys also watching at home, we'll be glad if you engage us as well in our comment section. Let us know what you think as far as the games we've discussed are concerned. As always, my name has always been Elikem. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, VarRoom on Westman Studio, and tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Until then, take good care of yourselves and be good.